Go take them out again.
Hey everyone.
Alexa, turn bedroom light on.
This is...
Don't be a jerk.
Oh, this is Lady Madonna.
Oh, good Lord. I see you. I feel like extra bright today.
It's because you got all light.
Okay, you don't even have that computer positioned correctly.
What do you mean? It's good enough. What are you talking about?
Who's this? I just chimed in. I can't even see.
What are you looking at that?
I know, but I'm trying to see the name. Hey, guys. All right.
What if it's a girl?
I said guys.
Oh, that means girl?
That means boy and girl. What is wrong with you?
Hey, people. Politically correct.
Hey, guys. Like I said, thanks for joining today. Welcome to another session of Sex, Love, and Lies. This is my bestie, Mr. Bailey.
We've introduced Lady Madonna already.
You introduced the seat, not me. He's being
This
extra
is
today.
Lady Madonna.
Hey, Lourdes. Thanks for joining, Bill.
Hey, Lourdes. When am I see you again?
Again? When did you see Lourdes the first time?
I've never met Lourdes.
No, he's so crazy. No.
Hold on. Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
We did too.
Hey, cuz. Thanks for joining again. All right, so actually...
I did meet Lourdes.
When did you meet Lourdes?
Did
No,
we?
you didn't. No, you didn't. Anyway, so I wanted to touch on something that we discussed last week because someone had a question for you.
Word?
That you totally missed because you clearly don't know how to follow the feed on Facebook. Poor thing, he has a lot to learn, guys.
Call me, ask me a question, I'll answer your question.
How they gonna call you?
Calling up my phone.
No, we need to have like a recording of it, or it needs to be on Facebook where people can reference back. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so remember when we were having a discussion about the whole age ain't nothing but a number on your side, and I was like, no, it matters.
It's most people.
Whatever. Anyway, and you're like 18 and older, 18 and older.
Right. Legal.
Okay, so Gia, hopefully Gia doesn't have a problem with me saying her name. Gia wanted to know, would you feel the same way if you had an 18-year-old daughter and she introduced her 30-something-year-old boyfriend to you? Would you be completely cool with that? Well, she didn't word it in so many ways, but that's pretty much what she wanted to find out.
Gia. There was a previous episode where I had my son on, and I was talking, if I had a daughter, how I would treat her. Gia, regardless of male or female, if she's 18, she is grown. Now, I have raised my daughter, hypothetically, if I had a daughter, to make wise decisions. If this is the person she's falling in love with, then that's who it is. I mean, she's not getting pregnant right away, and, I still got to fill them out. But still, I trust my daughter.
So you are honestly saying that if your child was...
My child, be it female or male, doesn't matter.
Your daughter bought a 30-something-year-old man, and Daddy, this is the man I'm in love with. You're like, well, congratulations.
Well, I mean, it's not just congratulations. It's
the hell?
Why do you love him? And if you give me an answer that I feel is heartfelt and you really believe what you're saying, then by all means, who's to... Okay, look.
What if she didn't mention anything about love? What if she was just like, this is the guy I'm interested in dating?
Oh, then what I'm hearing, daughter of mine, is this is the guy you want to fuck for a little while. And I can understand that. There's plenty of people I want to fuck for a little while. What?
Wait, repeat.
Remember?
I was just reading
Oh, you wasn't paying attention?
Lourdes comment about
Lourdes,
Pete's.
Lourdes, have we ever met? I'm pretty sure we've met.
Cupid Pete's, Lourdes. But go back to that last statement. I'm so sorry.
If my daughter came to me and was like, yo, this is the dude for right now, then that's the dude for right now.
No, I heard something about fuck.
Well, I mean, if she want to get it in, I mean, that's why he's the dude for right now.
Okay.
Be it male or female, I'm going to treat my child the same. I'm not going to treat her differently than I would treat my son. I would say to my son, this is the girl you want to knock off, and this is not forever. Then, hey, have a ball, use protection, be responsible, have a blast. I would tell my daughter the same thing. This is the guy you want to fuck. Okay, cool. Make sure he's wearing protection. Make sure he doesn't pull it off. Make sure he pulls out. Have a blast.
I can't, and I will not with you. You hear me? Oh, my best friend is off the chain.
Okay, look. What?
William Warren. Welcome. Yeah, absolutely crazy.
No, I'm the same guy. I'm consistent. From previous episodes, I said the same thing and nothing's changed.
Okay, great. Did you say you wanted to address something before we move on to the actual subject?
Okay, so last week, someone indicated that at 19, they had a mature male friend.
Right.
And in retrospect, she wasn't ready. Okay.
What do you mean she wasn't ready?
Or that wasn't the relationship for her with that older guy, right?
No, she was with it. Just some things transpired later on in life, which kind of like confirmed what I was saying. But
confirm what you were saying? What were you saying? That she was too young?
That if a man that's in his 30-somethings is interested in dating a 19-year-old, there's some issues there. Because he turned out to... Are we speaking about Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah, he turned out to be a child molester, and he did jail time.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
As the story went on,
you
didn't. Once again, you didn't
Hold
get
on.
our feed.
That was in the feed?
No, not that night, but she updated me with some information.
Okay,
and so didn't read the feed.
Well, I'm gonna get better with reading feeds, but regardless of him being older and she being 19. And, he wasn't mature enough. And in retrospect, he wasn't the right guy for her. I mean, regardless of her being 19, we've all had relationships, be it in our 20s, 30s, 40s, that in retrospect, we shouldn't have got in. So the age 19 doesn't mean anything.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm being serious.
So we're not talking about maturity level. We're just talking about, hey, if I like you and you like me, let's just do it. You don't want somebody that you're compatible with, or you want somebody that's teachable. But then again, in that situation, she was teaching his grown ass. What? I mean, I'm trying to figure out, what is it in there?
We all have room for growth. So
correct.
But
don't you want to grow within your age group?
Grow within your age group? What does that mean?
Your age group would be like 30 to like 36.
When I was 16, I moved in with my girlfriend who had her own place. We were fine.
You were 16 and she was what?
Why are you making that face?
Because I have a problem with that.
And I actually went on Alexa today to find out what the age of consent was in Virginia. And it's actually a little older than 16.
So she would have got locked up.
Technically, but if I didn't have a problem with it, my peoples didn't have a problem with it, and there was no problem.
Peoples meaning your parents?
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't have been my friend, because I would have been like, what is your problem? What are you doing? You're nasty.
No, I had in-house. I had a roof over my head. I was going to high school. I was going to work. I was paying bills. That was my family.
Okay. All right, so moving on along. You know what? There's something new that popped up about R. Kelly.
What?
But I don't even want to touch on that too much. But
let's touch on it. Let's finish our up.
Well, I want to say this. I follow this girl on YouTube, and I think her name was Sipping Wine with Tasha K or something like that.
That's a pretty fly name.
Yeah, she has a lot of followers on YouTube. So there's this new story that's out where this 30-something-year-old lady ran into R. Kelly. I don't know if you guys heard about it. In Alabama, I don't know what state. And
recently?
This was towards the ending. I think it was August. But the story, I just saw it. I just came across it. She supposedly, he offered to give her $3,000 based on her situation because they kind of met at the hotel. Of course, he inquired why she was at the hotel. She told him, my house caught on fire, so that's why I'm here. He was like, oh, okay, sorry to hear that. And they actually met because he was playing with her son on the basketball court. So he was like, well, due to your situation, I'll give you $3,000. So she was like, okay, all cool with it. And I knew there was going to be a catch, but her dumb ass didn't think it was. So he's done playing with her kids. He walks back to the truck. He signals her to come over. She gets in. He's like, yeah, all I have is this card on me. She was like, oh, well, that's not what you said. He was like, no, I'm going to give you the $3,000, but you're going to have to...
Work it off.
I thought about you when I was listening.
Work it off.
I thought about you.
Money's not free. You can have some money. You can earn some money. Money's not free.
Rodney, you want this $3K? You're going to have to work this off.
I'm going to give this to you. But you know what? We should probably make a trade. Just so it's...
I thought about you.
You know.
So, long story short.
She worked it off?
She eventually gave in and was like, fine, I'll work it off. But he never paid her. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's
never
wrong.
Paid her.
If you're going to have somebody work it off, you got to pay him.
He never paid her, so now she's airing his ass out on social media, saying how his balls and everything else in between was stanking. But I was like, lady,
he was just playing basketball.
That's what I said. I was like, lady, he was just playing basketball. Like, what do you expect? But even still, she was mad about it, and then she was going into all these other things about, you know, how in comparison to all the other deals, Dick, his was small, so I was like, okay.
She just mad she didn't get the money.
Exactly. Well, that's what it's looking like, but I just feel bad because I'm like, damn, sis, if he was going to put in that type of work, you need to get your payment up front. At least half now, half later. I'm just saying, like, I'm not, first of all, I'm not doing that, but if I'm going to do it, sir, you're going to give me my full payment. You know how I am when it comes to my catering.
Yeah,
all my money up front 7 days in advance. I'm not playing with you. So if I have to stoop to that level to do that, you're going to give me all my money up front or half now and the remaining when I'm done. And she said it only took a minute. That's a lot of money to earn in 1 minute. She should have asked for her money up front. But anyway.
She took her time. And
Mr. Foster, thanks for joining.
Made it last.
Anyway, so moving along to today's subject. Do you want to start it? Because you said you did some research. Do you even know what it is about?
The guy.
What's the guy?
The pastor.
Pastor John Gray.
Right.
Does anyone know about him? Okay. So, I actually love Pastor John Gray.
Really? You know him?
Not personally.
I'm saying you've followed him before?
Yeah, he has a TV show on OWN.
Oh.
And it highlights him and, you know, all the great work he does in
Hold on, before we go into this, I feel it necessary to talk about our background in religion.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I think it's important for you to know that I grew up in a household where there was no religion. We weren't allowed to go to church. We didn't read the Bible. We didn't, you know, so I'm not as religious as the next person. Now, I'm all about, you know, doing whatever you want to do. If it makes you happy, I don't care if you're religious or bi or gay, you know. If it makes you happy.
You don't care if you're what?
Huh?
What's religious?
Religious.
Oh, you said religious. I'm like, what's religious? Okay.
Yeah, you can be religious, you know, if it makes you happy, whatever. If you're gay, you know, whatever. Don't do you know, it doesn't matter. So I'm not one of those people that's like, oh no, you know, doesn't exist. Not that. I'm just saying I didn't grow up in that. So I come from a different perspective than my bestie over here, who I would imagine was...
I'm extremely spiritual, so if that's what you're trying to find out. Yeah. I went to church often when I was younger. Unfortunately, I don't go as often as I would like to as an adult.
How much would you like to go as an adult?
Every week.
Every single week, like religious?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't you eat every single day, like 3 times?
Yeah, it's because
I would love to go every single week, at least once a week. Okay. Maybe a Wednesday or a Sunday.
Wednesday?
Unfortunately, I don't get the opportunity to do it, but I'm very spiritual. I pray. I say my daily, I read my daily scriptures. Yep, every day. Every morning I wake up, I read. And I speak to God at least 2 or 3 times a day. I light my candles. I pray. You know, I do my little rituals. What's wrong with that?
No. Again, nothing's wrong with it. You know, if that makes you happy, then I want you to be happy.
Oh, it makes me extremely happy. I can't go a day without reading my scriptures. Although I curse a lot, God knows I still love him. Right, God?
Is cursing bad?
Yes. Of course, cursing is bad. Oh. Anyway.
I thought they were just words.
You know what? I can't.
They're just adjectives to help describe a noun or a verb, which would make an adverb or an adjective. Okay,
so let's get to the part that we're actually talking about today. So, Pastor John Gray, who I absolutely love, I was on Instagram and I follow this guy named Derek Jackson. I think I spoke about him before. And he posted a clip of Pastor John Gray and his wife having a conversation about, adultery.
Him sleeping on the couch, yeah.
You saw it?
I tried to get through all of it.
Okay, so here's my take on that. I feel, number one, instead of making it seem like, on his behalf, instead of making it seem like it was the devil that made him do it, I feel like he could have just said, listen, I messed up. I fell for this particular person, which I shouldn't have. I don't really think they gave details on it. I really think he should have just stated that and went on with his life. But what I don't understand is why, when we all make mistakes, we always tend to involve the devil. Like, the devil made me do it. Okay, no, you were a weak-minded human being in that particular situation. You can call it a sin, but I didn't like the fact that even his wife was referring to her as the devil, the demon, the ghost whisperer was in his ear. Like, nah. Number one, unfortunately, you're just as human as all of us. And that's another thing I feel when it comes to us and how we view pastors, we have to remember that they are human beings. And we can't continuously put them on these pedestals, because when things like this come up, we tend to turn our backs again, away from them and the church and all of that. So we need to start remembering that these are actual people that exist, and they're just up there preaching the word of God. And when things happen, we need to support them just the way they support us when we're looking for guidance and things of that nature. What do you think?
All right. Can I use the word fanatic?
You can use whatever you want.
Okay. So I was watching this, him on stage in front of his congregation, telling how, he was weak and the devil's that and the other, and he brought his wife on, and she works 18 hours a day to make the church, successful. And okay, so my first issue with the whole broadcast was that it's the devil. Now, from my understanding, and again, I've never read the book, so I could be wrong.
The Bible, you mean? That book? Oh, okay. The book.
How the book is it?
Oh my God. I thought it was another book you're talking about.
Okay, so from what I understand, God is omnipotent. He is all power. He knows what has happened and what will happen, and he's in charge of everything, right?
Correct.
Okay, so when these athletes are thank God for giving me the power to win this game, and if it's, be it good or bad, it's all God. So this whole blaming on the devil. Did
you say be it good or bad? It's all, well, yeah, because I do see some people like, oh, how could God make this happen? Yeah, okay, God. Gotcha.
So good or bad? I mean, okay. So think about it from another aspect. The God made the devil and allows the devil to, do what he wants to do. God snap his fingers.
And God made the devil.
Right.
The devil was one of God's angels.
Children.
Angels.
Okay. But he allows the devil to...
He allows
everything to happen. He's all powerful, right? He allows.
Okay, keep going.
Okay.
Lower your voice, go.
No, you're trying to make me feel like I'm wrong. Everything is allowed by God. So be it good or bad. So it's not really the devil. It's God allowing it to happen. So there's free will. This man, who shouldn't blame anybody other than himself, made a mistake. My second issue with the whole broadcast was how the wife got on and like the devil, this, that, and the other,
Now, see, wrong. Her saying the devil and all of that, okay, I can understand and I can kind of follow it. My issue is how he blamed it on the devil. Like, no, the devil wasn't the one that took that lady panties off or whoever. It was either you or her. Like, just admit to what you did, and I'm willing to forgive and move past. Like, I'm still gonna follow his show. I'm still gonna, if I ever see him on the street, I'm still gonna ask for a signature and all that great stuff. Like, just say that you fell for whatever it is you fell for and move on. Like, don't blame it on the devil. It was all you, and that's it. That's what you're trying to say?
He's weak. And blame on the devil.
I won't necessarily say
he's weak for not just taking ownership. Okay, I'm a man. I made a mistake. Move on. Not, I'm a man, but this is not my fault. However, we should look past it. Bullshit. That's fucking weak.
Well, I'm not saying that he's saying to look past it. I just feel like he's not taking full accountability.
Right. And she is helping him or enabling him not to take full accountability by going along with his story, this devil, this, that, and the other. Come on.
Right.
Come on.
Because he was making it seem like the devil whispered in his ear and he fell for it. And, you know, the devil came in the house and tried to break it up, but that's not going to work. Blah,
Right.
blah, blah.
You still got free will. You can whisper in my ear all you want to, and I'll be like, word? That sounds really good. I don't think I'm going to do it, though. But it sounds really good. But I'm not going to do it, though. He had free will. He made the choice to do it, and that's on him, not any devil. It's all him. And her enabling him is just keeping him in his weak state, and I mean, that just shows how weak she is. I don't care. That's
okay, so Jerry Love wants to know where we're located. By the way, thanks for joining, Jerry. This is my bestie, Mr. Bailey, and we're located in South Jersey. Where are you? You know, you guys, oh, by the way, you guys can call in if you want to chime in on the discussion. You can always hit me on Facebook. What is that? Call me on Facebook or whatever the case may be. Or you can call 201, what is the number? 500-6285. You want to give your number out? Well, you can't. I forgot. We always use your phone.
Right.
So,
forget that.
Because when I get these Facebook requests and I accept them, people just take it upon themselves to call me. And I'm like, what are you calling me for? So, hey, now is the opportunity to call me. Call me and say something. I will answer. I wasn't answering before because I didn't understand why you were calling me. But call in if you want to chime in on this conversation.
Yeah, I think we might get a call about the whole God is in charge of everything, and be it good or bad, it's all God. The devil can only do what God allows him to do, from my understanding of what I hear people say. So, it's all God.
What?
It makes sense.
Okay, if you say so. Anyway, moving right along, we have to get the show on regarding all the other topics that we're going to talk about. So the other two topics we're going to talk about was, I guess, our parenting skills. Are we going to do that?
Yeah, I got to get my son on the line so he can, give the thumbs up or thumbs down. Hey, look, parenting is a lifelong endeavor. You learn as you go along, and I thought I was doing really good back then, and I'm doing much better now. However, in retrospect, I could be doing better than I am, but still, what?
You let them tell you.
Yeah.
Did you want to try to call him today or not?
We'll call him next time.
You get all nervous.
I don't get nervous. I'm just saying that's kind of sudden. Let's start next time.
So, from a scale of 1 to 10, how would you grade your parenting skills?
I'm the bomb.
No. I'm not just talking about with one child. I'm just talking about across the board.
Across the board.
With all the kids you have.
Okay, so growing up, a lot of things happened to me that I thought was unfair. However, as an adult, a parent, I'm more fair. However, the one thing I didn't like growing up was getting my ass whipped. However,
what that got to do with your parenting skills?
Can I get to it? Can I get to it?
All right, go ahead.
However, I have found that after saying the same thing over and over again, and one of my pet peeves is repeating myself, that the belt helps to solidify information in a child's mind.
Okay.
So even though I don't like getting my ass whipped,
you just have to threaten them with the belt. You don't have to actually make it lay across their
right.
ass. With
Ethan, I didn't have to beat his ass. Like, you start crying, I'm like, oh, look, you understand. However, with some of them, it was like, yo, what did I say? Didn't I say I was going to beat your ass? You know Dad's a man of his word. You're going to have to beat your ass.
So, what would you say about your parenting skills?
I'm the bomb.
On a scale of 1 to 10 across the board.
All right, I'm going to give myself an 8.
Really? Do you think all your kids would say the same?
No.
What do you think they would say?
Dad's way too strict. He's a 3.
I don't think strictness has anything to do with it.
Kids think like children. They're the children. They're kids. They don't know any better.
No, I don't think strictness has anything to do with it because I am extremely strict with my daughter.
I'm not strict. I'm a man of my word. If I say I want this done this way and you forget a step, I'm going to remind you. First I'm going to say, what did I say? and I need you to repeat what I said because obviously you didn't hear it. Oh, you did hear it, and you decided to do it wrong. Then you're fucking wrong.
I don't think kids grade us just based on how strict we are. I think it's a combination of different things. Whether they think we care, we show them love, support, we're there to nurture, encourage. Like, I think it's like a cumulative of all those things they grade us on. It's not because you're strict, because if that was the case, my daughter probably gave me a 2.
No, I think she'd give you an 8.
Even though I'm strict? You think I'm
well,
really
you're not
strict?
As strict as I.
That's bullshit.
When I say it, I mean
you get on me about
you
not allowing her to do
screaming and
stuff.
yelling. I'm not big on screaming and yelling.
Screaming and yelling?
Well, I mean, you do get
animated. Me screaming and yelling?
You get animated. You get.
Oh, that's because if I have to repeat myself on the third time, no. The third time around, my voice is going to become elevated, but I don't like screaming and yelling. That's a lot of energy wasted. However, I believe across the board, because I've had this conversation with my daughter, because I try to, as a person, you want to grow, period. Whether you're a mom, a business owner, best friend, whatever, you want to learn the areas that you can improve on. And so I constantly have this conversation with my daughter, like, what do you think? Am I overstepping my boundaries in this area? What can I do better? Am I supportive? Am I nurturing? Am I loving? Do I answer your questions? Do I give you the information you need? And she's like, yes, Mom, yes, Mom, yes, Mom, yes.
Yeah, that's her.
But I need to be sharp on my parenting skills. I don't want to find out later on in her life when she's 30 or having a podcast like this, like, my mama was never there for me. She ain't shit. Like, that would break my heart.
Never let me have access to the internet until I was grown.
And the crazy thing about it is, I offered to her now, like, oh, if you're interested in having an Instagram page, she was like, nah, okay.
Well, that's because she's not into anything.
Yeah, she's like, it doesn't even matter to me anymore. I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Boo-boo, continue to read.
You're on Instagram like 10 times, 20 times a day.
Who?
You.
Well, I have several pages to keep up because are you going to keep up with our
Look,
Instagram page?
I'm like, I'm doing my job, and then I see a notification. I'm like, what? I got to turn left here.
Working. I have to keep up with my personal page, my business page, the page for us. Like, I got a lot of shit to do. I don't see you hopping in and saying, I got this.
Trying. I get on there and I'm like,
I try.
Heart.
Whatever.
Like. Ooh, I can type something here.
I can't.
Ooh.
Anyway.
That's an awful lot.
So, guys, we would like you guys to call in. I'm going to give another phone number if you want.
Nobody chimed in on the whole religion, Pastor Gray thing. Nobody knows about the guy. And
well, a lot of people had comments, which I'm going to go back and... Lourdes said, I wouldn't hesitate beating my son ass, but I never had to because... Oh, she uses consequences. Oh, that's a good strategy.
Yeah.
If you don't, I will. Yeah. I used that earlier today. My daughter wanted to go out with this guy that I feel like is really not worth her time. And
why is he not worth the time?
He ain't shit.
He's watching.
I had my no. At first, I really liked this guy, and then he did something that I was like, okay, that's not a good. That's really. I was like, red flag, run. But she's not interested in listening to me. So she comes to me today after she knows how I feel about this particular person. She's like, Mom, I want to know if I can go out with him. I was like, you got some nerve to still ask me. Well, you can go out with this guy.
Something she's going to have to learn on her own.
Yeah, but if I see a big ditch in front of my daughter, I'm not going to say, oh, shoot, if she falls in, I'll help her out.
No, you said, hey, this is bad. Oh, you still want to do it? Be my guest.
No, I said, sure, you can do it. The phone or him. You can go out on this date.
Right, by your phone?
Or surrender your phone.
Or surrender your phone? That seems like a punishment for going out with this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Because he's going to punish her heart eventually. So I'm trying to prevent that.
Punish her up front?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, yeah, you can go out with him, hand over the phone. She's like, I'm like, yeah, do you want to still go? No. I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah, because I mean, it's the phone. It's like your
No, he has way
wallet.
too much drama in his life going on, and I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work.
What I find that works really, really good, Lourdes, is if you have Xfinity, there's an app, XFi, that you can just hit a button and turn the Wi-Fi off. Oh my God, kids lose their mind when they don't have internet, and my son is so on point that. If he doesn't have internet and I turn it on, his phone will chime like, I get internet. Or he'll be sitting there playing his game online with his friends, and I'll be like, oh, I'm not gonna say this again. And I'll hit the button, he'll be like, I'm lagging. The internet just stopped.
I gotta try that.
He'd be like,
talk about that a lot.
Yeah, guys, I gotta go because there's something I didn't do.
You know, it's only 8:27. I feel like we've been talking for like almost a whole hour.
Oh.
We really need somebody to call in because today's conversation is kind of like, eh.
I told you we was gonna, this guy is,
What?
The Gray guy, John Gray. He's
a nice guy. You should watch him on
really?
home. Yeah, I do like him. He does a lot of great work in the community, honestly.
I can't sit through a whole sermon of anything.
Yes, you did. You went to church with me.
Oh. Yeah,
but you're deep. I was just about to say you were there for the wrong reason.
I was there to listen to the word and look around.
You were mainly looking around.
I probably was listening some too.
Oh my God. Anyway, Lourdes, do you want to call in?
Lourdes, we have met, right? I'm pretty sure we've met.
No, you haven't.
Did she say no?
No, I'm telling you haven't.
Didn't we go to dinner? Who was that we went to dinner with?
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh shoot. Oh, okay. My cousin has a topic. He says, so here's a topic for you. All right, moving on. Where there are kids involved, okay?
Involved with what?
Involved with what? Send me a voice recording, cuz I'm not understanding. So the call-in number is 201-275-7697 if you want to chime in, make a comment on anything we discussed earlier today. Yeah, she wants to go up to.
No, that's where we met. That's where we was up there. And
yeah.
The birthday song and the people came by and sang.
I forgot that you guys.
Yeah, I told you.
Oh, that's the day I had on my blonde wig. I was looking exotic.
I remember that.
I'm always changing up my styles a little bit. Today I got these Nubian braids. If you can notice, you can comment on my braids. You don't like them? You don't like my braids?
They're nice.
Bullshit. You tell the truth.
I do tell the truth.
When did you start lying?
Huh?
When did
I mean,
you
they're
start
nice.
lying?
It's just not on you.
What's wrong with my braids?
Not that color.
Oh, you don't like the color? Or you don't like the style? Which one?
The color.
Oh, I love the color. I was mad that I didn't have enough to do all of it like this.
Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't you have enough? I
only bought one package because I only wanted the back like that. Just so I'll give you some camera time.
I don't.
All right, cuz, what's the rest of the question? How friendly can you be after you've broken up? Like kids are involved. Where's the line? Ooh, what you mean friendly?
Me personally, we can be broken up and we can live in two different spots and we can do the same things that we used. What?
No, what you mean by the same things? When I go like this, that mean what? Like,
well,
what you mean? Cuz, you got to give me some example about friendly.
As a man, when we were together, I grew accustomed to certain activities when the kids went to sleep. That, if we break up, we can continue doing.
But obviously I think she's trying to say like the relationship is over.
Oh yeah, we don't need to have a relationship to get it in. Is that what we're talking about?
I'm assuming that's what he means. Yeah, he was like, how friendly can you be? But I need him to give me some example as what he means by friendly. Like, what do you mean? Like, are you being cordial?
I mean, when I hug her,
person, like,
my hand goes down.
How are you? You know, if the person
grabs
is
that
sick,
ass because it's still soft.
What? If you call the person to make sure they're still like, what's friendly? Like, are you still trying to initiate sex?
Call in.
Because I need to know.
You got the number? Call in.
Of course he has a number. Hey, Gia. Gia's watching today because Gia, he answered your question. So we got to revert back to the beginning. But I know you'll watch again. That was the one with the 18 and 32 if your daughter was blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
So, cuz you want to know if it's okay to still have sex with that person?
Fuck yeah. As long as you're not in a relationship with anybody else, you're still single. I mean,
right.
Both y'all are single. Y'all both grown. I mean, y'all don't have to be together and live in the same place and decide to be in a relationship to still get it in. I mean, you can. It's allowed.
I actually agree with you.
Because I'm right.
Not in all cases. But in that particular one, like he said, if you're both single, you're not seeing anyone at all, because nobody want to be the third wheel. Okay?
Or some of us don't mind being the third wheel as long as when you're working this wheel, you are 100% with this wheel.
Wait, you don't mind being somebody's jump on?
I think we discussed that.
You said no?
No, I don't have a problem. Just
holy shit! I thought you wanted more for yourself. Okay.
Whoa! What the fuck does that mean? I mean, the time that I need.
You wanted more for yourself.
The time I need. Okay, look. If I'm single and she's in a relationship, I mean, obviously, you gotta be safe and use a condom. But I mean, my time with her is my time with her. His time with her is his time with her. Until I find somebody that I can't live without, then I'll break that off and then be with them. What?
Okay.
I'm grown.
I am. That works for you.
I'm grown. I do the hell I want to when the hell I want to until I decide I want to do something else.
Well, ain't nobody saying that you ain't grown and you can't do what the hell you want.
So I gotta be labeled a jump off. I can't be just grown.
You are a jump off because if you can't call her when you feel.
Oh no, I can call her when I feel.
No, you can't. She's with her
man. She just don't want to pick up.
No.
She might have me on her phone or something else.
And then you can't be the right. You're not gonna be the right jump off because there's rules and regulations to jump off. Yes. You can't call after a certain time. You can't just call, period. You got to text to make sure it's okay. And
oh yeah, I don't do all that.
Yeah, then you will get somebody in trouble.
Well, I mean,
anyway, cause if you're interested in still tapping that, and if she's down with it, as long as you're not seeing anyone,
or even if you are seeing anyone, as long as
if you're not seeing anyone, don't get nobody involved with
dating
that
and being involved is two different things. You could be dating somebody else and still knocking this off. Dating is dating.
No.
Okay, granted, some people can only knock off one at a time. Bruh.
Why are you so loud?
Bruh, can you knock off more? Bruh, can you knock off? Because I go back and watch these videos and sometimes
passionate.
Talk about what I know. Sometimes I go back and I can't hear myself, so I'm just making sure. Look, some people can only knock off one person at a time.
Yes.
Right. Some people
have morals and standards.
Morals?
Yeah.
Standards?
I have morals?
Is that good?
What? You know what? I'm done. Anyway, cause as long as you're not seeing anybody else and she's with it, I say go for it.
Cause as long as she's with it.
Anyway, is that it?
Did we answer the question? Anyone else?
Did anyone else have another question? I don't think I answered everybody else's. Let's see. I guess we can do advice hour because we just did one with my cousin. We have 30 minutes remaining. Let's see. Who was on? Stanley was on. A couple of people was on. Mark Green, my brother joined. Oh, we had a few people. Spiller is watching. Thanks, guys. So where's my cousin? Is he going to call in and finish this conversation that we're having? Because I know he probably like, no, I called to everybody.
Is that the coach from last time?
Yeah.
Oh, was that last?
Yep. So we have how many minutes? 30-something minutes.
Is Kim on?
No, Kim didn't come on today.
Oh.
Yeah, today was kind of dry. Anything else you want to add?
I got my shirt on. Oh, hold on. We're using the front face camera so you can't see it.
You got to read it to them, man.
Science. Because figuring things out is better than making them up.
No. Why do you like that shirt?
Huh?
Why do you like the shirt?
I love wearing this around religious fanatics. And I thought, with this guy being religious, it's the perfect time to break this shirt out.
No.
What? No, what? You don't like it?
No, it's not that I don't like it. I just don't. Why would you think that's controversial?
It's not controversial. It just gets under your skin a little bit.
It doesn't do anything for me. And I'm spiritual.
No.
I don't get it. But okay.
Some people think a lot of the Bible's just made up stories.
Did you just say that?
I said a lot of people think that. I said a lot of people.
No, where you get that information from?
A lot of people.
No, you bullshitting. Lourdes should be here so she can slice your neck into two.
Lourdes religious?
Yes, she is very
religious. Is she really?
She teaches Bible school.
Does she really?
Yeah. What's that? Why is that funny? Why is that funny?
We couldn't talk
about
this.
That's so cute. Like, I feel like
this.
her little teaching little kids at Sunday during the... Oh, it's so cute.
It's kind of almost like brainwashing.
How is that kind of like
I said almost kind of like.
How? Explain.
Because honestly, I mean, if
religion's
people, I know, right? Again,
just remember, we are individuals.
No.
He's over here,
no,
I'm here.
At the beginning of this podcast, I told you that I grew up in a household that had no religion whatsoever.
Okay, but that
so as an adult,
has to be your view right now.
No, as an adult, I tried to go to church a few times, and it kind of just seemed like common sense. I mean, be nice to people. Don't go out of your way to hurt anybody else. Just common sense stuff. I mean, you don't need a whole religion based around common knowledge. I mean, I guess common knowledge isn't really all that common, but
no, it's not exactly.
But I mean, it's a little much. I mean, for you to instill this in a child before they even develop their own thoughts, for them to
instill good,
not instill good, instill that. You know, you got to have faith. You got to believe in this. This is what happened. There's, God, who's all powerful, talks through these people, because even though he's all powerful, he can't, bridge the gap between him speaking and everybody understanding. He has to speak through these individuals who then decipher the information to everybody else. Not that it's a control mechanism.
No, he speaks through all individuals. Just some of them prefer to speak in front of other individuals. Like, he can speak through you.
Why would he just speak himself versus allowing man who's fallible, and have them regurgitate? Okay, I can tell someone something, and they can tell that and pass the message on, and when we get to the 100th person, that same message that I passed on would be a totally different message.
That's why it's in the Bible and it's written. That way it can't be confused.
That's why he should just say it himself versus passing it through all these other people, because he can't say it himself because he's all powerful. Not that I'm trying to piss anybody off. I'm just saying.
This is a case where I'm like, violence should be okay at some point in life, because I will backslap him right about now.
Because you were brainwashed to do that, to think that way.
How was I brainwashed? I am an individual.
Right.
I believe and support and follow what I believe
right.
is true.
And I'm glad it makes you happy.
I read my scriptures daily because I want to not.
And I want you to be happy.
Brainwashed me into.
I just feel that religion shouldn't be introduced until a person has.
Well, clearly,
okay, hold on.
Religion wasn't introduced to you at all.
Right. You said that the mind is not mature enough until 25 to be getting into a relationship, right? If you're going to get into a relationship with God, you should wait till you're old enough to act. You should wait till you're mature enough. Your mind is mature enough to understand and to question and understand. Now,
what is there to question when it comes to religion and spirituality and all that?
You gotta, if it's infallible, then you should be able to
believe or not believe. We're not talking about when you're 18 and you're like,
right. But then shoving this down a child's throat at 3 or 4 or 5 and having them believe a certain way and give them treats when they start to act a certain way in their religion, and
Who gives treats?
Okay, let me see. Let's not call it treat. Let's call it
reward.
Rewards for learning your scriptures. And
who does that?
No
one does that.
I'd imagine church.
Now you're reaching.
Again, I don't go, so I don't know what happens. But I would imagine that's what happens when
They get a treat like a dog?
Not like a dog. I'm just saying they're moved up through the church process and seen in higher respect. I don't know.
How you're moved up? Yeah, you're really misguided, and I really hope.
Okay. So forgetting all that other stuff.
Moving up in the church process.
A mind should be old enough. Should be. Mature enough.
The mind got to be mature enough in order.
You said that a person can't get in a relationship, the whole R. Kelly thing, until they're 25, because that's when the mind is mature. Then religion shouldn't be introduced till then.
They shouldn't get in a relationship by then. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, we're just gonna.
Or if you want, we can lower the number to 18.
Yeah, of course your nasty behind would like me to lower it, but I'm not.
Ali, you can buy a house at 18. Okay. You can't buy liquor, but you can buy a house.
And you want to know what? First-time home buyers are encouraged to go to first-time home buyers workshops so they can understand the whole format and the process and all that. That way they won't be, confused. You know that.
So what you're saying is a child should be mature enough to go through some type of something else before they get into religion.
Nah, that's not what I said. Listen, everything is about choice. I just hope you choose wisely. That's it. Anything else? Oh, we have some other people. Let's see if anybody else have any questions.
Because I got the answers.
Okay. Somebody said. Oh, good question. Riley, were you married in the church? If so, why? Good question.
Okay.
This is why I need my people to chime in.
So I am not religious at all, in the least. However, my ex-wife is fanatical about religion. Just lives her every waking moment to serve him. And
I like her. I don't know why you left her. Can we get her back in your life?
To make her happy, because I just want her to be happy. You want to have a whole ceremony? Fine, if it makes you happy. You want to do it at the church? You want to have your pastor? Whatever. I want you to be happy. So, not because I wanted to go to a church. I wanted to make her happy.
So that's why you got married in the church?
It makes her happy. Honestly, whether we got married or not married, I mean, to me, well, I'm not going to get into that. But I'm just saying, it made her happy to get married. It made her happy to do it this way. And I'm all about making her happy.
Yeah. Well, Lorna said regarding the whole religion thing, she said she believed that's the problem. People being brought up without God in their lives. Because obviously that helps teach you morals. And
teach you morals?
Yeah.
There's right and there's wrong, regardless of religion. Okay, I know not to go up to somebody and just smack them in the face because it'd be wrong, even though they deserve to get smacked in the face. But, I know that I wouldn't want somebody to just walk on me and smack me in the face unless they want to get their ass whipped.
Anyway.
So there's just right and wrong. I mean,
so you just got married.
Morals. Your morals are gonna be is a lifelong journey of you, where you live, who you grew up around, the things that you value. I mean, not that I don't have morals. I have different morals. I have different priorities. We all have different priorities. Now, a lot of you church people tend to... Well, I'm just grouping you guys together. A lot of church people tend to have similar morals about similar subjects, which doesn't necessarily make them right or wrong. It's just similar to certain subjects.
Such as what?
Whatever you guys are,
What's one of the things that you had an issue with when you were married to your wife that you were just like, I can't do this? And it was all religious based for her.
All right,
Can we call her?
Absolutely not.
Why not? She's a sweetheart.
She is.
Let's call her.
No.
I'm gonna call her.
Okay, so is the whole end of the world? That's a religious thing, right? The end is coming and God is coming back, and that's a religious thing, right?
To a certain degree, but
so I mean,
we
would have this conversation about how Lord is coming back and he's going to take the faithful, and then the rest of you are going to be left here, which included me. So she used to stack food up in the house, and I told her to stop doing it. She's just wasting money, and food is just sitting around. Just cut it out. And she kept on doing it because when she goes away and her and the children go away, I'll have something to eat.
Here, dial her phone number.
I don't know about her.
Come on, don't lie.
It was even though we're good now, it wasn't a good breakup, and her phone, she doesn't have the same number she had when we were together.
She's a sweetheart. Let's call her.
I talked to her about being able to call her, and she's like, she doesn't want to. She's not.
She's not interested in joining us.
I'm not sure if she's an Israelite now. She was Christian while we were married, but then she went over to Israelite, and they got a whole thing that they do, and I'm not sure. I think she has to get their permission to be able to. I don't know. It's really weird. She's
just to have a conversation.
Yo, you gotta. Like, to date her, you gotta go to their church and ask permission and talk to somebody, and fuck all that. I'm a grown-ass man.
I'm talking about having a conversation via the telephone. I don't think she has to get permission for that.
Yeah, she is. I'm telling you, when I say fanatic, every waking breath is behind some type of scripture or a thought of, afterlife, and it's just too much. She's a really nice person. We just grew in different directions, and she's happy where she is, and I'm happier where I am.
I think she would have been great for you if you just gave it a chance.
Oh my God, no, it wouldn't. It would eventually not work out.
I think if that one thing was perfect, you will still be there hanging.
It wouldn't have been the one thing. It'd have been the two things.
Which is what? The religion and the other one?
No, I mean, honestly, her religion is not what... Well, I mean, when she switched over to Israelite, and then she's like, well, if you're not going to do this with the Israelite nation, then you can't. And I'm like, what? This is my way out?
That's what I'm trying to say. If that other thing was good, I think you would have been with
So if the sex was better and the house was cleaner...
Oh, I forgot about that one.
I probably would have given the Israelite a chance.
I forgot about the house cleaning part. That's why I wanted to talk to her, because I wanted to see what it is about her not being able to keep a tidy home. Like, I think that's very important.
Too much. She doesn't know where to start.
See, but this is my thing. Oh, wait. You weren't aware of this, right? I think.
Weren't aware of what?
Her inability to not keep the home clean before you got married.
Oh, no. That was an ongoing thing for years and years and years. Like,
So why did you marry her?
Because it got to the point where she thought we were living in sin and we had to get married for us to have sex, and I'm all about having sex.
Hold on. So, were you aware that the home wasn't clean prior to you?
Oh, see, as far as the home being clean, I would send her away and I would clean the house, and then I would
rant and rave.
I would rant and rave about why is this here? What is this doing here? Why is this allowed? And then I'd send her away, or I'd clean the house up, or I'd lose my fucking shit because, working 12 and 16 hours a day and then coming home to a dirty ass. I mean, when I say dirty, I'm not saying like dirt. I'm saying stuff everywhere. Just.
Was she a hoarder?
Yes. Stepping over stuff to step over other stuff, to step over stuff to get to the kitchen is a little much, and it tests my patience. And, I can only do that for so long before I lose it. And then you're wondering why I'm breaking shit and throwing shit out, because you can't keep all this shit in the fucking house all over the floor. I will fucking throw it away.
Oh. Well, so my question is, were you aware of the problem prior to you marrying her? And my cousin says, so you went to church and lied, therefore you were doing
whoa, I didn't lie at church.
Your wife a disservice. Maybe that's why you broke up.
Oh, my God. I lied.
But do you understand what he's trying to say? Because you went in front of God and you devoted yourself to her and God. You didn't believe there's God.
No, I didn't say there's no God. I'm just saying religion, the way it's
So you believe in God?
I believe there's something greater than myself.
Just what you call that something?
An entity.
So you don't believe in God?
No, God.
You believe there's a higher power.
Yeah,
a lot of people believe there's a higher power, but they don't call it God. Some people, praise Buddha and
yeah, no, I don't have a name for it. It's just entity. I don't call it anything.
So that's what he's trying to say. You ran in front of God. You brought that third person that's supposed to be within your circle. You, her, and him. But it wasn't that person really wasn't there.
Look, when I went to get married, I gave all of me to all of her. I wanted us to become one, and I wanted our relationship to grow stronger. Now, at the time, it was Christian, and then all of a sudden, she decided to go Israelite, and I got this hair on my face right now, but I was doing mortgages back then, and I kept like a little chin strap. I didn't, growing this hair is not easy. You can feel it pushing out of your face until you get used to it. So I'm used to it now, but back then I'm like, I'm not growing hair just to be an Israelite, just so you'll listen and clean this fucking house. No. I'm not growing my hair, and I'm not standing at attention and doing all this yelling and this Israelite thing that you want to do for me to continue to be with you. This is not what I signed up for. I will gladly pay the bills. I will clean this house myself if I have to.
Keep going.
But I'm not joining this religion to continue this relationship. I'm not doing it. Not that I lied. I'm all about making my woman happy, but I'm not lying to me and joining a religion to do so. It's not happening.
Oh, so Lourdes said that her brother is like that. I guess she's talking about your wife or ex-wife having an issue with cleaning.
I don't know how hard it is. Just you can't do everything all at once, right? Just start one place and just work your way through. Smoke a little weed if you have to. It'll help you concentrate.
Oh, but you know what? I think if she's a hoarder, then we're talking about something completely different versus somebody that's just untidy.
Well, I mean, you can only hoard so much being in a relationship with me because I will throw things away.
Oh, okay. Well, I was about to say, because I think that's like a disease type.
We could use this for something. No, we can't. We'll throw it away. And if we need something, we'll buy it. Done. Throw it away.
That's why I feel like it's very important to date someone, for a little before you actually get married, because I'm not marrying nobody.
For 7 years before we got... 8 years? 7, 8 years before we got married.
You put up with that shit for 7 years?
It gradually got worse. I mean, it wasn't that bad in the beginning. It just... I got to the point where...
But you saw signs. I can't...
Yeah, no, I should have left.
I should have... Not necessarily leave, but I would have been like, okay, this is an issue that...
I should have put her in counseling or something.
This is an issue that we need to address before we get married, and I can't come home to untidy home. Like, I can't. Like, I have a problem. Living in sin
and, we can't continue living like this and having sex.
You just married a lady so you can have sex with her? You're going to save yourself a hell of a headache and just got you a
simple
occasional
guy.
Prostitute.
Prostitutes.
I was joking.
You brought it up.
You were going to actually
You brought it up. And I'm thinking, that's a great idea. I just pay somebody to go away.
Yeah, you could have just, you went through all that headache and going to church and buying a suit and all that just to have occasional sex.
Yeah.
And come to find out it wasn't even that great. Man, listen, you could have just had you a girlfriend and that would have been it, and she probably would have cleaned the house and you could have been still listed as an unmarried man. But now you're all...
Oh, what?
Polluted, so I'm just joking.
Ew. I am not polluted. I'm in a better place now. I mean, I'm stronger than I've ever been. I'm getting stronger. My house is clean. I still got some spaces where I need to do some stuff, but I like that the option is open to make a change and be able to do something greater than to be stuck in the same thing. And my next relationship is going to be way better.
I pray it happens soon. I'm trying to marry you off, and I can't seem to find the right girl.
No, it's I mean, when you look, it doesn't happen.
You're not looking. I'm looking for you.
Yeah, I'm just going to, chill and get some
I know I say this during all shows, but if you know anyone, please. He needs a good one.
Right,
please.
And the previous podcast, when she's trying to auction me off, and I'm going to pay all your bills, and, all you got to have
somebody said she had some bills for you to pay.
Word.
What? You just said you'll pay some bills.
No,
they just got to work it off. They said they have some bills to pay.
Did she offer working it up?
You're going to have to ask her on your own. I didn't even get into that. But she did say she has some bills to pay, and I was like, word, I'll let them know.
She was playing.
I don't understand how you don't read the comments.
You got to show them where they are.
Dude, it's under every live feed that we do. What do you mean you gotta show me where they are? You go on my page, you see comments.
Yeah, but like I'll look and there'll be so many comments, and then I'll not look for a while. Then I'll come back and there's a whole bunch of comments.
Exactly, because people look at their own time and then they comment when they want to comment. So you gotta stay on topic. Are you not getting the alerts? Maybe I need to start tagging you.
See, you need to start tagging me.
But I tagged you on the last question. You still didn't answer. So
I was working.
Jerome. Oh, you know what, Jerome? How you gonna come in 4 minutes before we about to wrap up and talk about what's the topic? Jerome. Wild. You know what? You and me gonna fight. But anyway, the topic was several different things. One of them was Pastor John Gray. I don't know if you know about him. He admitted to cheating on his wife, and obviously instead of just calling it for what it is, he blamed it on the devil.
Because he's a pussy.
What was the other subject we talked about today? We recapped on R. Kelly. The whole he's okay with the 18 and the range of 18 and 30. I have an issue with that. He doesn't.
I don't understand why you do.
The whole he doesn't mind paying for some bills as long as you're working it off.
Well, no. That
he
paying
doesn't
some
mind
bills.
Paying some bills for you as long as you work it off. Who else? What else did we talk about? I think that was it, right? We have some other people joining in.
Really, really,
and it's
religious.
Coming towards the end. I'm spiritual.
Oh, she's really, really spiritual, and I'm.
Oh, thank you, Lourdes. Lourdes, see, she said I looks nice. Thanks, boo.
She would never say nothing to me about your hair.
She didn't even necessarily say my hair. She just said I look nice. I look